A very warm welcome to PCE Instruments, your manufacturer of test and measuring instruments for industry, trade and research.
Hello and welcome. Modern belt tension measuring devices are naturally capable of measuring not only small demonstration models like these here, but also belts as they are normally used in industry. And we can look at such belts here. So we have very clearly pronounced teeth here. And I can place a second belt over this one. We observe that it has a different length. However, the teeth themselves are identical in size, whereas another model possesses the length corresponding to the previously mentioned model. I set this down. However, here we observe that the teeth are larger. We have various selection possibilities here, depending on the required force and the necessary length. Other variations also exist, which we can observe right here. Here we have 5 V-belts arranged adjacently, meaning 5 belts running in parallel next to one another. All of these options are available, and we can measure all of these possibilities using a modern belt tension meter. I have brought an example of such a device with me. This is the PCE-BTM 2000A. It's especially interesting when I go to the top. To the end of this gooseneck, we see 2 openings here. On the one hand, an LED, and on the other side, a receiver. This indicates that we have an optical measuring instrument here which sends out and receives light, subsequently processing the data accordingly. When I look at this device's display, a prompt instructs me to press the key to initiate the measurement process. I will proceed to do that now. I am beginning, and we can clearly read the natural frequency of the belt at the top and below that the belt tension in newtons. The device can evaluate the belt tension because we have specified the length of the belt. We see that displayed at the bottom, along with the kilograms per meter of the belt. And through physical formulas above that, it is possible to then calculate the belt tension. The handling proceeds as follows. I take the measuring head onto the belt, ideally positioned in the center where the deflection is greatest. And then I set the belt into vibration. We can read the measured values here clearly and easily. We also have the option to save up to 750 measured values in 15 groups, so that afterwards we can calmly evaluate which belts need to be retentioned or require maintenance. If we look at the device a little more closely, we have a menu function here, which I will now call up. And there we see at the top the most important point that we, as I explained, can define the mass and length here, thereby allowing the device to calculate the tension for us. And besides settings for memory and calibration, we then have various settings like date and time, which is important when taking measurements, so we can trace back when and where we were with which device. The device is capable of measuring belt lengths shorter than 10 meters, as well as frequencies ranging from 10 to 900 Hertz. The PCE-BTM 2000A model. Wishing you well-running systems and a nice day.
Discover and order the latest measuring and test equipment now on www.pce-instruments.com.